Buonasera, ciao a tutti. Prima di tutto vorrei ringraziare gli organizzatori di questa bellissima conferenza per avermi, per l'invito. Questa è la mia terza volta a Napoli e spero che sarà il migliore. Grazie. Ho pensato a applicare per la sezione italiana, ma non era accettata. Così cambiamo la lingua in inglese. Okay. Hello, guys. My name is Jakub, and thank you for not trying to pronounce my last name because that would be wouldn't work. My last name is Dziadkowiec. I'm from Poland. I represent BeInCrypto, which is a media newslet. We publish analyses, news, featured articles, opinions, interviews in more than 25 languages right now. I am an editor-in-chief in Polish edition, but today I represent the global brand. So if any one of you is interested in a global exposure of your projects, ideas, don't hesitate to approach and speak with me. It's a pleasure to be here in this amazing university, this amazing place of the Città da Napoli. I am very happy to be here. Besides working in crypto industry, besides being a crypto journalist, I do also work at the similar university as this one. It's an international university in a city where I'm based, which is the east part of Poland, city called Lublin. So this academic atmosphere is always a place when I feel comfortable and okay. So I'm really happy about this place. Anyways, guys, do you hear me properly? Is it okay? Thank you very much. So my topic for today is about crypto media, obviously, because I work there, and about crypto media manipulation. What are journalists telling us? What are making us to believe? What are pushing us on? And more importantly, why are they doing that? And will they be doing that in the future? Okay, I will try to give you my insights, give you my view on that. Some kind of controversial topic. I hope you'll find it interesting. By the way, this is my Twitter X account. If you'd like to scan it and follow me, you may expect that I will follow you back. That would be a pleasure. By the way, do we have any cryptocurrency holders here? Anybody has crypto? Of course, not so obvious, not everybody. Also you, okay, perfect, amazing. Do we have some people from crypto startups, Web3 startups? You have your own ideas, you're developing your firms, companies. Okay, I see a few people, amazing. Do we have some other media representatives? There we go. Okay, double roll or triple roll, perfect, okay. Amazing, guys, thank you very much for that. I will be asking you more questions. I work at the university, so expect some more questions. Okay, anyways. Let me see if that works. That's supposed to. Did I turn it off? No, it's on. Maybe on the screen? No. Yeah, it was working. Can you do it manually? Yeah, maybe the battery ran down, I don't know. Yeah, so my presentation is divided into 5 parts. 5 parts. First of all, I'm going to tell you about do we trust crypto media or not? Then I'm going to show you 10 ways of manipulation in media in general, how journalists manipulate us. And I will give some crypto examples because crypto gives us the most emotions and there is a room for a lot of manipulation, to be honest. Then I will try to explain why crypto media authors, companies, firms manipulate the audience in some extent. And then I will try to explain, I will try to answer the question, will they be manipulating us? Will they be pushing some of their ideas and not necessarily clear intentions onto us? And the answer will be yes. Oh, something's moving? That's the one. Will you be moving the slides for me? Thank you very much. All right. I'll show you the sign. And she's going to tell me the sign after the flight. Okay. So we have, we are in Italy. We have this language, right? Okay. So there's the content. And what are the consequences? At the very end, I will tell you about the consequences for us, the audience, regular guys, and the consequences for crypto media outlets who sometimes abuse it, right? Next slide, please. Questo lavora. No, grazie mille. Okay. Guys, what do you think about media in general? Do you trust them? We don't trust media. Anybody trust media? Anybody? Così, okay? Some of them we trust. We choose some media to trust. We choose some other not to trust. If we are on the left wing, we're selecting left-wing media, okay? If we are aware of that. Right-wing, central, whatever, if it comes to politics, right? If it comes to any other social or business things, we do have our sources that we trust. Do you trust crypto media? Do you actually listen to what they're saying? Or you think they're trying to deceive you, try to fool you? No trust. Where are you from? Where are you from originally? Ukraine, I see that, yeah. In Poland, we also don't trust anybody, right? Ukraine, this bloc, post-Soviet bloc, we don't trust anybody. This is why we're still here. Okay. Per favore. Okay. And the second question is, what are they pushing on us? How they manipulating us? And I will show you 10 types of manipulations. Next slide, please. There are 10 points. Here you have 2. First one, cherry picking, selection of information, right? Journalists may easily pick up, cherry pick those information that they think they have the most influence, they will think they will be most viral, they will be most attractive, and will attract the audience. An example of that in crypto market is, in an article about crypto market, a journalist may only select cases which altcoins experience large drops, ignoring the increase of other markets, right? Right now we are in the bull market, obviously, but there are still some projects collapsing, right? And if I would like to manipulate your perception of that market, I would only cherry pick those projects that are dropping sharply, right? Second one is sensational headlines, in which we are using over exclamations, we are using sentences that are aimed to create FUD or FOMO. You know that. FOMO, excitement, FUD, fear, right? For example, Ethereum network suspended. How will this affect your wallet, right? And immediately, people who have Ethereum or are somehow connected to the network start to feel in danger, right? They're clicking, they're checking, so that's an obvious manipulation. Next one, please. Hedging options. Hedging, sorry, not options, we are not on the futures market, but opinions. Journalists use phrases like, some crypto experts say, there is a possibility, nothing is guaranteed, but there is a possibility that it's going to work or that's going to success or collapse. For example, experts predict the growth of DeFi, but there are some possible regulatory problems, potential problems, right? So that's also another way of finding an angle that is aimed to shape or give you a perception that is willing to introduce some manipulation. Funziona adesso? Let's see. Fourth, framing. This is how journalists present events in a certain way, which can influence how they are perceived by audience, right? So we are creating like a frame to see only a certain angle. For example, EU regulations
Some may be super enthusiastic about these regulations, saying, okay, that's going to bring crypto to next level, but they are ignoring the limitations, KYC and other limitations that are against the thing that you mentioned in the previous panel when we talked about cypherpunk ethos, right? And the way to become like kind of invisible or anonymous. Next, oh, it works now, thank you very much. Now, next is fifth, testing emotions. We tend to use phrases like catastrophe, crash, crisis, only to provoke fear, input fear on the potential audience. And vice versa, obviously, to create FOMO and greed in our audience. The new ICO project raised billions in 24 hours. This will be the future of finance. That type of headlines are obviously not okay because they are aimed to manipulate the audience and to impose and force them to get interested in that project and probably invest in it. Number 6. Historical context, right? Historical context. It's very efficient, especially when it comes to data and price analysis, right? We can look at the chart of Bitcoin from the different time frames, right? The bigger the time frame, the more uptrend there is, right? But there is always a possibility to go to the very small time frame and explain, all right, everybody who bought Bitcoin yesterday are losing money, right? Because it went down. Without taking into consideration the entire context of the previous bull markets and the cycles and what's not, right? Another one is regulations in China, right? We can say, oh my God, China banned Bitcoin. China banned mining, right? And these poor miners, they will need to close their mining computers. But this is the 30th time when China banned Bitcoin, and after 2 weeks they make it legal again. So that is completely out of historical context. Number 7, expert opinions. It is very easy to say the expert says that. That's not my opinion. That's not my point of view. That's not my perspective. We can say, I don't know, Max Kaiser predicts Bitcoin for $500,000 per BTC. Analysis from a large investment firm predicts that Bitcoin will increase 30% in next month, right? And then we are again trying to create type of emotions, but without taking responsibility for that. We are putting that responsibility on somebody else, somebody who's the author of that prediction, even if that's just, not supported with any data or analysis. Number 8, manipulation of statistics. Again, we can say 80% of crypto investors are losing. Yeah, but we are not telling them the period of our analysis, right? Maybe that's only last 2 hours when the crypto went 0.5% down, right? So we are again trying to create emotions without bringing the historical context and full data, full statistics. And last 2, there is a breaking news tactics. Everything that is labeled breaking news has potentially actually more input, more influence on the readers or on the audience than like standard news. Because, especially in super fast crypto market, when anything happens, it happens instantaneously and it influences all the markets altogether, right? So even if we are trying as crypto journalists to stay ahead of the curve, it is impossible because market is always faster than language, than information, than the exchange of articles or news. But it's also a tactic that actually works, and everything labeled breaking news is potentially giving better results. And finally, long-term predictions. My personal favorite, because I'm also a kind of long-term analyst. In the long term, you can say whatever you like, to be honest, and it's not available for an instant verification, obviously. That's a thesis, that's a hypothesis about the future, right? No one can blame you now. If they're gonna dig to your article after 2, 3, 5 months or even years, nobody will blame you then, right? So it's again saying something without any responsibility. Obviously there are long-term predictions of prices, projects and what's not, but that strategy can be easily used in crypto media sector. Then let me go to the third part of my presentation, 3rd out of 5. Let me remind you. Yes, thank you. Why are they pushing that on us? What is the goal? Why crypto media are doing that? So I want to surprise you, because the goal is not to mislead the readers. We don't want to fool our audience. It is not to scam them, right? Not to take financial advantage. It's not a market manipulation. That's a myth, which is impossible in the present market state of liquid market, and not to provoke dramatic FUD or FOMO. What is the goal then? The goal is profit. We want to make money on it. But the question is, how can you make money on writing about crypto? How can you monetize a cryptocurrency portal? Anybody knows? How do you make money on writing? Ads, very good, that's one. Another? You just place ads of like any of your businesses, we can put them on our site, you pay, and that's okay. Another one? Affiliates, exactly, links, we promote this or that, we say you have a discount if you use our link. Very good. And one more? 3 more? 7 more? Okay, there's one more, which is sponsored articles, right? It's kind of advertising, but within our content. For the reliable, good crypto media portal, always sponsored articles are labeled sponsored, right? So the reader knows that this is not our opinion, this is an opinion of a person or a company who pays for that. And at my university, one of the topics, one of the subjects, modules I lecture is ethics, because I studied philosophy for 10 years. So I also see ethical dilemmas here. Ethical dilemma, which I called reliability versus profit. And it goes down to a few questions like, should we honestly, should we do an honest advertising of good, decent projects, or manipulating of content and graphics just to make them more popular and sell them easily? Should we do affiliations with valuable partners or those who pay? That's why good media, they have the scam check department, right? So before they publish anything, they check whether that's a scam or not, because that's gonna put us down if we promote scams, obviously. And should we accept articles from reputable companies, those who have high reputation, or just those who pay, right? There are different strategies depending on which stage of development you are. Will they continue pushing that on us? Will they continue their manipulation? Obviously, yes. Why? First of all, because it works. It works. People just are hungry for that kind of manipulation. Others are doing that, other crypto outlets, media outlets doing that, and we want it. We, readers, want it. You may ask me, how do we want it? Do we want to be manipulated? And the answer is yes, we want, because there is an informational overload. We have too much information, too many information. We want to frame it, narrow it down to a sentence, 2 sentences, and it's done. We understand it, or we think we understand it. We all have selective perception. No one can see everything. Every second we are bombarded by a lot of information. We need to select it. And a proper media or those who provide information help us with this selection. And the last thing, we want it because we want emotions, because we want this sensationalism, we want to fear, greed, we want to feel fear. That's how we are created. We are not just brains in the Vassal experiment matrix kind. No, we have emotions, we have feelings. All right, and that's the conclusion of my presentation. What are the consequences on your left-hand side for the readers, and on your right-hand side for the crypto media outlets? If it's a moderate use, moderate manipulation, delicate, not brutal, not like strong, there is no consequences. We will accept it and we'll okay. We have many sources, we will be okay as readers. if that's an extreme use, that's devastating, right? That's ultra negative for our perception, and also most of intelligent readers will reject that portal and will not go back to it ever again. What are the consequences for the media newslet? Similar, in the moderate use, none to slightly positive or negative, depending how you frame it. In extreme use, in a short term, extremely positive, because they still trust you, so they will just listen to you. But after some time, extremely negative. Long term, that's not a strategy to survive on the market. But please remember that at the end of the day, we are all here for the technology. Thank you. Grazie mille.